that makes sure he would have this shit together.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
All right, we rolling. We live.
Aggie, this is good. I gotta press pause though, cause cheers.
Why are you pressing pause? My drink is way over there. Oh yeah, you can't have that music in the background. Because we don't have the rights to play, especially Kanye's music. They gonna shut us down before we even get started.
Right. Okay.
I'm not keeping these on. I feel like this is crazy. Jesus.
Squeeze in over here. I still gotta pause the music.
To hear myself. Yeah, you gotta have it paused.
Let's just listen to this first.
In such a new year, we all need to hold.
Why are you playing?
It's such a new year. We all need to hold to God's unchanging hand. Come on, time is filled.
As I have a shot in my hand.
Filled with swift transition.
We might can play this part.
Come on.
So do you think that we should start every session with the
We probably should.
worship music and then we get into the ratchetness?
We should. Build your hopes on things eternal. Huh?
I'm not.
Come on, y'all know this. To God's unchanging hand. If y'all hear dogs in the background,
It's the puppies.
it's the puppies.
We're going to be unfiltered.
This is good. This is our first podcast.
Cheers, because everybody's been wanting this, like I said before.
Cheers.
We don't have a name,
We do not have a name.
but we will maybe in like the second or third one. We got to continue on with this.
We should. We definitely should. Like, we have been talking about doing this all.
2022. Dead ass serious.
Oh, my Lord. I'm hot already thinking about that. Let me take my jacket off. Because, Lord, my God.
I think we should introduce the people to us, though.
Okay.
Because they got to understand who we are and the dynamics of us. Everybody, if
Ladies
you
first.
follow
I'm having a hard
anything
time over
about
here.
myself, Jesus, help him out, Father. If you follow any one
Did
of
we turn
us,
the air on?
it's your house.
Goodness gracious.
If you follow any one of us, you know that we are like a dynamic duo. And we'll talk about this in more of our relationship and how it came about. But my name is Agatha.
I'm Jared.
People call me Aggie, even though up north they say that's like a, what is the term?
Okay, puppies. All right. So y'all gonna have to bear with us because we doing this in my house.
We have puppies.
We got puppies,
and
okay?
then they're
They are
shooting
cute.
fireworks.
They shooting fireworks. They just for New Year's yesterday done let off 1,000 rounds.
Yeah.
So, but they, I've always called you Aggie. Like up north, we say Aggie. Like, man, you get on my nerves. Like you so aggravating. Like
Right.
you so Aggie. I was like, your name's Aggie.
Well, I got that name from my uncle a long time ago. So.
So that leads us perfectly into how we met.
Oh my goodness. So we're
So
gonna start
Aggie
there.
here. I feel like my microphone's so low, but so Aggie. We didn't like each other
At first.
at all. Well,
Period.
not. I mean, I think that we did.
No, I tolerated him.
We just so when it came down to business, ultimately we had different viewpoints, but it was the same. And
Trying to struggle with the dynamic of we're both saying the same thing, but then he's a man and I'm a woman, and we both are.
we're just seeing it from like two different perspectives.
Yeah.
I thought, right?
Most definitely.
But once we figured that out, once we figured that out, like our work relationship just like skyrocketed.
Can you
It
say
was like,
why?
woo.
What happened though? When it switched or when it changed?
Oh my God, you making me relive this?
I'm
have to
not
relive
gonna-
this
I'm not gonna
every
go-
time.
I'm not gonna, but it has to make sense. You have
So
to
I
tell the
was with
story.
Cornelius, her brother, in LA, and I had to like talking about this incident that happened, it just makes me like hot every time.
There was an
'cause I have to
incident that
relive it.
happened. We're not going to say what happened.
No, let's talk about
There
it.
was an incident that happened.
Tell them what happened. No, we're going to tell you exactly what happened because we got time today.
We do.
We got time.
So anyways, he used to be our community director at the church. He had all of our equipment. I want to say about 25,000, maybe 30, 40,000.
No, I think it was more like 15.
It was more like
15.
25 because I remember the receipts that I had to repay to buy the stuff back. But anyways, he went to the store, his local gas station, and his car got stolen with all the equipment. And then he went ghost.
I didn't go ghost.
You did?
I didn't.
Everybody was wondering what was going on, and then his phone.
Wait. I didn't go ghost, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I was trying to. First of all, it was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. there. I went ghost. Her definition of me going ghost is just like I stole this stuff.
And then nobody know. There was no explanation as to
I stole all this equipment.
What the heck happened?
And I was gone, right? I was gone. I'm talking, this is what was in the bag. And it just wasn't the church's equipment. It was my kids, my hard drive, terabytes of all my work on there from the Erie Times, tens and thousands of photos, my children's births, like their births. I don't have that video anymore. Like, and that's, every time I think about it, it's just like, oh my God.
Okay, we're not going to go into a triggering moment,
Anyway, so I was going ghost because Tasha and I, who is my ex-wife, which I'm sure we'll talk about at some point in this podcast. Oh, my ex.
He's kidding.
Talking about trigger.
Jesus.
Okay, let's just.
We're going down a rabbit hole.
Let's just move on.
Anyways, to bring this story to a close, we were trying to figure out what was going on, and I
didn't tell him why I was going ghost. I was going ghost because Tasha and I were walking the whole streets of Stone Mountain trying to look for the car and figure out where the car was. Tasha found it. And I remember she found it. We walked up to it. Hey.
Puppies.
We walked up to it. And everything was gone, obviously, out of there, which was the hard drives. It was lenses, $1,200 lenses, 2 cameras, 3 Ford lenses. Again, the hard drives, computer, MacBook, lights, audio equipment. I'm talking microphones. I'm forgetting the audio joint. But
I had just bought all this equipment because the communications department needed all of this equipment.
And
we had just purchased all of this equipment, and then in a flick of an eye, it was gone. And I was pissed, but I was like, okay, whatever. He's fired. He's being irresponsible.
So Aggie.
But then the people that backed him, and we won't mention one of the person's names because I don't feel like I need to mention their name, but they came and they said, this is what the church is about. We forgive people, things happen and we got to show them grace. And I said, okay. Well, at that point, because I was overseer of HR and all of that for the church, I was like, well, because of the predicament, we have to put him on some type of probation. And he got pissed.
I was pissed.
He was mad because we were putting him on probation for something that he was, I don't want to say negligent because he didn't know that his car was going to get stolen, but then too, it was like you had all this equipment, so you have to be, I don't want to say
I was pissed at her.
He was mad at me.
I was pissed at her.
And the crazy part about it is,
I wasn't pissed at the reprimands that were placed on me and everything because I was like, okay, that's a given. I was even thankful that they even, like Cornelius even still wanted to work with me. I was just like, crazy,
but he got mad at me
because I ain't gonna tell you why.
He got mad at me,
and I
threw his key card at me.
I remember we were in the office and threw my key card.
Dad at me was like, flicked it, I was like, this mother,
and left, and that was like.
So then I'm on the phone. I'm all like, he walked out. He's definitely done. Then they called me back and said, we still got to give him grace, and I was like, y'all are effing crazy. We're going to cuss on this thing, but I'm trying to lead y'all into it because we're telling a church story.
Oh my gosh.
And I just remember just the next maybe couple of Sundays, I pulled him into the office. We were at the actual church location. We was in that little conference room, and I had to have a talk with you. And I was like, look, I see potential in you, but don't you ever in your life ever do that ever again to me. I was just doing what my job was. Mm-hmm. And then at that moment, it clicked.
It was at that moment.
It would literally just like switched for both of us.
It did. And I don't know, I guess exactly what it was, but from there, you know, we really just, I feel like we started giving way to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To each other's ideas and to each other's perspective, and to say, hey, you know what I mean? Maybe it can't be done like that, or maybe it has to be done like that. You know what? I'll concede and fall in line with what you know, or acquiesce, so to say. So I think that was like the start of our flourishing relationship. And we have such a good friendship. Like, I'm so
people don't understand it. People
thankful.
Always used to ask a lot, you know, even during church, like, what are you guys? Like, what are your dynamics? And I'm all like, he's my best friend. Like, I get him, he gets me, and we work well together.
We do.
It's definitely been prophesized over both of us that we would work well together and excel and soar in things. And we have done some dope ass shit over the past couple of years after that incident.
Cheers to that. We have.
But, you know, it just like goes to show you how much you have to fight so hard for a person because you believe in somebody so much. Wow.
That's crazy. Because let's say I would have quit and we never talked again.
But we would never be sitting here right now. We would have never accomplished all the stuff that we've accomplished.
Crazy. I wouldn't be in this place. I would not be here right now in this place. And it's crazy you even live down the street.
Yeah, I actually stay down the road from him.
Atlanta is big. Like, and she's literally in the same development as me. We live in brand new houses. And God is good.
God is so good.
You have no idea. Like, and then
I haven't said that in a long time. You know that?
Because
we've been through some crap. 2020 was actually good when the world was shut down.
Oh, Lord, we got so much to talk about.
We excelled so much in 2020. It was 2021 and definitely 2022. It's just been hell, but that's our relationship. He's the bestie. Everybody asks about him. Y'all ask about him. I'm like, Jared? I'm pretty sure he doesn't say that about me.
I'm trying to tell you, listen, y'all, don't like.
But everybody asks. Every time you were in my reel post for 2022, and someone pinpointed you out. I said, out of the whole thing that you saw him.
You still got my friends asking about you. So I don't know what you talking about. And I can drop James. I mean, let's go there. What up, James? That's my dog. Still be asking about her. Yo, what's up with your friend, dog?
Jesus.
My bad.
Edit that out.
No, it's not being edited. Woo, we naming names. We going there.
I didn't even name any names. I'm just saying though.
Nah, but I don't know. Like I just think about everything that we're still going to do and still have yet to accomplish.
We haven't touched the surface of it yet, and we are so freaking close to it. When I tell you so freaking close, I can literally smell it. Mm-hmm. I can smell the success. I can feel it. I feel like I have touched it before, and we're so close.
Yeah.
And I think that even starting this is like the start of what it's going to blossom to be. What was prophesied over our life. Like literally, when I tell you, people have literally said like they've seen us just soar in like business, like working well together, like doing things, like accomplishing things together. And they didn't know what the dynamics of what that looked like, as it looked like as a people, I guess, a partnership. But they've said it like you two are going to do something that is like very great. Who
was prophesizing now? Because
I don't want to mention people's
some
names.
People that be prophesied. I think I know who it was.
Yep. But I just
see you could when I tell you we be here sometimes, like we really be here. And for my future wife,
you gotta know,
please respect this relationship, okay?
Oh, we gonna talk about that too.
Because listen,
but
okay, I'm not gonna go there right now.
Please don't go. Please, I don't want him to be triggered.
Because we're gonna go there.
There's a respect. There's a boundary. I have the most up respect for this guy right here, and anything that he does. I support any and everything that he does. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here for him. Like, this is like life. This is like brother and sister type shit. This is like family. So
this is our handshake because she can never. It's just every time we try, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he can't get it together. He can't. I'm sorry. But you guys, you got to understand and know. And he does it too for me too as well. Like, it's very respectable and in boundaries. And a lot of people think like we just always up on each other all the time, 24/7, when we're not. Mm-hmm. But you got to know, like, this is what this is. Yeah. And if you come in, there's no disrespect. Trust me. You got to understand that.
For real.
But he is single.
Hello?
Jesus.
We won't talk about that. We're going to talk about all of that. I promise. We're going to get to all of that. And it's going to be good because, we have some talks. Like, we have these kind of talks all the time. But now we're just kind of recording it and letting you guys
in a glimpse
on some of what we talked about. Because this is real life, like every day, you know, like it's not all glitz and glam, you know. And this is like life is it's a fight. It's a fight. You know, I see why they say like only the strong survive because it's a fight.
I'm tired of being strong though. I really want to have like a really soft life at this point.
What they say, God, can you please check to see if I'm not on you?
I do not.
I'm not on your strongest
list.
Your strongest soldier
this year at least.
I feel like I've been on that all my life, and you know, like I'm just kind of like accepting it, you know, and just, you know what, I don't have to be worried the way that I do because I worry myself to some stressful shit. I'll be like, can I come down?
And it's so crazy because he worries so much, but then everything just works out. The genius behind him.
Somehow. That's God. That's God.
I know it is.
It's God.
I know it is, but I'm all like, bruh, please.
Because if it was left up to me, some of y'all still ain't get it. There's edited videos that I still gotta send to some of y'all.
We'll talk about it. Y'all just gotta understand. We were rocking and rolling for 2 years, and then life just hit. So you guys definitely have to understand. It's when it comes to, I guess, both of us. I don't know. We're both creatives, I guess, but I'm more so of the one that's like. It's so weird. With him, I'm the planner. I'm the more admin type person, but I don't operate like that with anything else in my life. Mm-hmm. I'm more so to go with the flow. Mm-hmm. But for him, I recognize that I have to be that way when it comes to when we're doing stuff together. And so, like, for him, he's just so much of creative. He has the genius. He's the idea behind the brand or the plan or whatever it is. And for me, I'm all like, okay, Jared, this is what we have to do, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. But then that falls when I'm not doing good because I haven't been doing good the past year. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it kind of like halted. I feel like it halted and it stopped a lot of things that we had planned for just us business-wise, things of the nature. But we're going to get back to it.
So let me ask you, like, I was listening to you when you said that, like, with me, you're the more of the planner, right? And making sure that, this is there, that's there. Everything is like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Bam, right? On time with everything. But are you saying that you're like more of a creative than or you're more of a creative, but you're not as much in this space?
In a space that I think I enjoy doing. Because
I saw you bought the podcast and everything, the equipment.
I bought the equipment only because of a starting point of what I needed to do. And then this is what happened. Mm-hmm. It was like, you needed to jump off. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I feel like I operate and work best when I jump off the cliff. But it's the getting to the cliff point for me. Mm-hmm. Because of so much that I have riding on me. Yeah. Like I'm a single mom. I have 3 kids. I've been doing this shit since my first son's been born, basically by myself. And I would always say when I was married, I was like a married single mother, basically, because their dad worked in the Middle East and stuff like that. I'll get into all that anyways. But
we're going to.
I think that I felt like for the year going into 2023, I was able for the year 2020 to rock it out, make so much money, and then 2021 literally just, kind of like coast because we were still working.
Yeah.
But 2022 was literally like a standstill dry season for me.
Yeah.
Like it was just full on depression, anxiety, and all of that. And I felt like going into 2023, I needed to just get back on that grind of how I was when I was in 2020 or 2019 prior. So what I did was I bought a podcast kit. It was something off of Amazon, but I felt
nice.
like,
what's this?
And I never.
I was like, "What you trying to make beats?" It looked like a little mixer, like a little beat maker. I was like, "What you trying to make beats?"
It was like a little beat.
I was like, "Oh shoot, let's make a beat right now."
It's like, let's make a beat. I was like, no, it's a podcast.
I was like, "You trying to make beats? Let's make beats."
That I bought off of Amazon, but I felt like I never buy myself anything. Like I never buy myself anything. The only big thing that I bought myself was my car and my house. So I felt like doing that would catapult me to really just go after the goals that I wanted to do for myself. And this is one of the biggest things that I wanted to do.
This literally just happened. Like
we were literally
35 minutes ago.
House.
I was about to go home. Matter of fact, I was about to watch the end of that movie.
Yeah, that you did.
What's it called?
Glass Onion. It's a great movie. We should do a review on shit that we watched too.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So Glass Onion.
Glass Onion on Netflix. It's the most hilarious.
We were
movie.
watching it like, I don't know, last couple weeks, like this week.
2 days ago.
A couple of
days ago, yeah.
And I just left.
He just got up and
It
left.
was like 3/4 of the way through the movie. And I liked the movie. I thought it was good, but something told me to just get up and go home. So I got up and I just left, right? Went home.
Just left.
And then I got home and I was like, why'd I leave before the end of the movie? Dang, like, this don't even make sense. You'll probably listen to this thinking like, what is he talking about right now? Anyway, so that's why I didn't see that. So we were I was probably about to
watching the movie.
Right, Glass Onion. And so I saw the package. I was like, what's this? And again, I thought it was like a little mixer joint because it had the knobs on there and everything. I was like, oh, shoot.
And you know what he said? He said, you don't ever come to my house. I always come down here. And I was like,
Facts.
well,
Facts.
I'm going to be just because I want to make sure that I'm very transparent and honest with my friends. And I've been doing that lately.
You're not going to tell them what you said after that?
What did I say?
Why you never come down?
Oh, because.
Which is not true.
I don't know who here. A female show up to your door, bop, 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 and you hear entertaining, that female gonna be like, well, who the hell is her? Because a lot of females have done that before. And I just be
That's
like,
not true.
How y'all doing?
Somewhat true. There's truth to every lie. Not saying that was a lie or anything, but you figured out. You do the math for yourself.
He's a single man, so I just can't be coming out here and knocking on his door. Even though he comes out and knocks on my door anytime, but he knows who's at my house, and if my guy's not there, then...
I popped up on you a couple times. Remember that one time I was knocking on the window with
oh
Mr.
my
Collins
God!
there?
Can we tell that story really quick?
Yeah.
I don't talk to him no more. So I had a guest over, and Jared comes down as he normally does because he's walking the dog. But you weren't walking the dog that day. I don't even think did we have Jossie at that point?
Yeah, we had her, but I don't know. She was up here.
Anyways, he comes and he knocks my windows. I keep my windows open, and he knocks on the window. When I tell you guys we stay so close, like he stays on top of the hill, I stay below the hill. Mm-hmm. He bangs on the window, and this guy was just like, who is this? So I jump up and I'm like, oh, it's Jared. And I let him in. Jared comes in. He goes in my pantry. He goes in my refrigerator, as he normally does. Because
this dude's sitting on the couch just like this.
Casa and su casa. He had his...
I was like, what's up, yo? Like, what's going on?
He never returned. Ever.
I was like, yo, seemed cool.
He never came back.
He seemed cool.
He was like, when you left, I didn't tell you this. He was like, man, you got this nigga coming up in my house, this, that. And he's like, and I was like, this is not your house, first and foremost. And he was like, he was in your pantry, in your fridge. He's very comfortable. I was like, because he's my brother.
You're damn right I'm comfortable.
What the hell? He never came back. But my guy now they're like best friends.
That's my guy.
Best friends, like
T-Dog. Shout out my guy, man. My guy.
But they very like cool, chill. Yeah. That's one thing I liked about it too, because
me too. Like
we're a package deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a brother sister type of situation.
And then as like relationships, you should be able to observe that and understand like that's okay. You know what I mean? Because I know in relationships, when you with somebody, it's always like, who you talking to? Who are they? How do you know them? Have y'all ever had sex before?
And did y'all smash? Devils, I was just about to go into. Did y'all smash? No, we have not ever in the whole time that I've been with this man.
I promise you, this is straight for Lipstick Alley people.
Please.
Y'all think it is hilarious to me. Like, I love going on there and messing with y'all and listening to the stuff that y'all talk about because it's hilarious to me. And then, like, y'all think we done smashed. I'm not even gonna tell you who else because it's like over the top.
We're not gonna even give them no play either.
Like, come on.
But at the end of the day,
y'all funny, very funny.
A lot of people think
and
that.
we just over here living our lives, just watching y'all. Like,
I barely see you. You know that?
Me?
Yeah.
You barely see? Yeah. Well, relative. Like sometimes we see each other a couple times a week. Sometimes I go a couple weeks without seeing you.
Well, yeah, it definitely is like sometimes a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, have you seen Jared? I'm like, you know what? I actually have not seen him this week. Let me check on him.
And then she check on me, friend, you all right?
Yeah.
Do I need to come up there and get the dogs?
Yeah.
Let me check to see if the camera is still rolling. How much battery
got left? Jesus, if we've been sitting here talking, and we have not.
Still rolling. No, we're Gucci. This is Gucci. I got one bar left, so.
We got to wrap this up.
I guess this could be like a cool little intro to whatever else we got.
You really didn't tell him about you. I told him I was a single mom with 3 kids.
I'm a single mom with 3 kids too.
We're both.
I'm a single father. I have 2 kids, 2 boys, Sebastian and Quinn. And I am from New Jersey, and I've been in Atlanta since 2016. This microphone is going to be the death of me. But I've been in Atlanta since 2016. And Atlanta has not been easy. Like today I was on a call with my family on a Zoom call. And it was like it was like a little Zoom call of our family. Just saying, hey, how's everybody doing? Checking in.
There's a lot of people on that call.
Because people be dying, yo. Like,
people be dying and ain't never died before.
What'd you say when I die? Somebody got to be. Somebody got to come on my Facebook and say it. Not me dead.
Not me dead.
Not me dead.
So I told him he was a beneficiary. I have like 3 people. No, this is real talk. This is a real thing. Y'all can actually do this, but I actually have 3 people that can log into my social media after I die, and he's one of them. And
she wants me to post, "Not me dead."
Not me dead. That would be so
hilarious. Well, we're going to rebuke that. But please. We're on the call, and it just hit me like, man, you don't see your family as much.
Yeah.
And everybody's moved away. And everybody's got their own families. And you think of family reunions and Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And everybody being together. And that, you just don't have that anymore. Everybody's doing their own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like me. I've very so much close knit. But then now my brother and sister are on the West Coast. My mom's out there. But my dad's here. But he doesn't stay near me. He stays like 15, 20 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And, that is tough, especially around like holidays or birthdays or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
This was the first Christmas I spent by myself.
He didn't have to, but he did.
I had to. It was like, what was I going to do? Come down the street?
Yes.
No, I wasn't going to do that.
Well, Thanksgiving was my first holiday by myself. I actually sat in the house the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't even think I went to the grocery store.
All these holidays, yeah. I think I was by myself on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was
too.
down.
It's just like,
down
oh my God.
I didn't cook. I didn't do anything. We just sat. I think the kids had like tacos or something like that for Thanksgiving.
I was like, oh my goodness. And
but you're right, it was needed.
It was needed, right? And I really had to change my perspective on it and just say, okay, and be okay with it. Feel what I was feeling.
Yeah. And that's
that,
one thing that.
And sit in that. Like, okay. And then, they say the unexamined life is not worth living, and you got to do some examining at that point.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been. I really feel like this season has been, like an examination of
the myself. Whole freaking year.
The whole year. Say that again.
Because it was definitely the whole year for me.
My God.
It was all that whole thing of no one's coming to save you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I was looking for. Like I
Right.
was just waiting for something to come save me.
Yeah.
And you think about just being a Christian and God and things of that nature. And of course, the Holy Spirit doesn't leave you or whatever in that sense. But for me, I think I'm beyond that. I know He doesn't leave me, but I think that I was looking for something to come save me, and it's like nobody's gonna come save you. You need to do. God was basically saying like you need to do what I told you to do. And you're waiting for somebody to come help you when you got everything that I told you to do there. When you gonna do it? And I would blame it. I mean, I tell my
That's what I'm saying. That self reflection,
Yeah, you gotta just
introspection,
sit.
examining.
So it was good that you said like you had to sit, even though you didn't have to be alone. I mean, because for Thanksgiving, I could have went to LA and my friend invited me to Detroit and things of that nature. And then I was going to go to Mississippi, and at the last minute, those plans changed or what have you. And I literally just sat. I think the blinds were closed, and me and the kids, we had a good Thanksgiving, but it was just like non-traditional. And it was just, but it was sad.
Non-traditional is a good word. Yeah.
It was sad, but it was definitely non-traditional, something that I haven't done in a while, and so I think that self-reflection was very much needed. And so, and then Christmas, I was just like, I didn't really do it too big for Christmas this year.
I was in a state of like just learning, I really learned a lot about myself, holidays like Christmas. I place a lot of emphasis on holidays. I realized, like, wow, and for me, I'm not the best gift giver. I do not give gifts well, and I always get a lot of anxiety when
it
holidays
comes around to that.
Yes, I'm talking every single holiday, because it's always expected of me to be like, I feel, elaborate and creative, and you're the creative
That's
guy,
tough.
like, and so it pushes me back even further to not even be that way. Remember I was telling you like a couple days ago, even in a different scenario, I feel like when I get pushed, I just like kind of retreat even further.
Yeah, I noticed that about you.
Like people asking me like how you doing and everything, or trying to check up on me through her. My family, trying to check up on me because they haven't heard from me, because I'm like withdrawing and I'm, kind of in this hole, so to say. So, but that makes me like withdraw even further for some reason,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think it's the whole that you having to show up for everybody else to ensure that they're okay with how you are doing, versus then just sitting and just being by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always that pressure.
Like I really want to be able to be the opposite of that. I don't want to be that way. I don't think that's a good thing, a good characteristic within me. But I'm trying like my best not to be that, because I feel like we all have like characteristics about ourselves that we look at as vices, not necessarily vices, but things that we don't see as good qualities. And if we could change those qualities or do the opposite of those things, then we feel like we could be better off in life in a sense.
But I don't think I'm going into changing myself for who I am and where I am in life. I think that I've said it going into 2020.
Change is inevitable though.
It is inevitable, but to the fact of someone else, or is it for a change for you?
I just think period. Like change is inevitable, period. And you gotta change. People say, oh, you don't change. Oh, people say don't change for nobody, but nigga, you change.
You change. You change for yourself to grow for you, but not for no one else.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely agree with that. And that's what I'm saying. That's this whole thing. It's like self-examination. Seeing like those things inside of you that like you gotta change. Like drinking. We were just talking about drinking, right? Gotta stop drinking. All right, let's walk up and down the hill 10 times. You know what I mean? But because you got to replace that.
You got to replace it.
Do the opposite almost. If you ain't.
But it's always something that you have to replace for a vice that you pick up.
I know. Higher heights, they come with higher responsibilities.
Jeez, he's so smart, guys.
No, I don't know anything. That's what I know about myself.
Don't let him fool y'all.
I do not know. I don't know anything. In this life, I know nothing.
The issue is he thinks he doesn't know everything, but you are beyond what even this world has you confined to.
That's a word. That's a word for some of y'all. Okay? For some of y'all
You
out
gotta
there.
believe that you are beyond for
Yo.
whatever this world confines you to be. A lot of people, that's a good thing to talk about maybe right now going into that, because even for me, everybody expected me to be this certain person just because of who I was affiliated with, who I knew, who my family was, and things of that nature. And if you really don't know me, you really don't know me. You just assume that you think that I'm supposed to be this person. And then when I disappoint you, then that's when you become upset. So I'm all like, I'm going to be the most authentic as I can of me for myself.
For you.
And if it looks different for you, oh the hell well, because like you said, I'm changing. What did you say? Something about being higher? What did you say?
They come with higher doing responsibilities.
So it may look different for you, but for me, it's like, it's something that this is just me, you know? So yeah.
This is what we on. Like, and we are literally on this like every day, you know.
We talk like this all the time. It's just crazy we're not putting a camera to it.
And now we are. And I hope that y'all like this. I hope that y'all like this conversation. I hope that like we can.
They probably don't think we like all over the place, but we do be all over the place. But we be making sense sometimes, guys.
This is cool. This is cool. How are we going to end it out?
I don't know. I don't know if we should have like an ending. I don't know. I don't want it to be just this traditional type of thing of what podcasts do. You know, everybody has a script and a role and things of that nature. I just want this to be different. Like, this is like you and I having a conversation like we normally do.
This is
Every time that we get together.
We're listening to Bridge Over Troubled Water.
This is
how apropos. Bridge Over Troubled Water by Don Shirley. Don Shirley is an amazing person, by the way. And if you haven't seen Green Book, you need to go see Green Book. But we're wrapping this up. This is cool. I'm like, I don't know what the schedule's going to be. You know what I mean? I guess we'll try to get something out to y'all whenever we can.
Y'all got to understand.
Point, you know, like, I don't know if we're committing to something here, but I feel good. I feel like this is therapy almost for me. You know, so this is good.
Oh, that's good.
This is all the therapy that I need. People like, go see a therapist. Like,
go see a therapist. Therapy is good, guys. We are not therapists, nor do we offer any mental health.
Jesus.
We might have a mental health person on here for y'all. I don't know. We gonna have guests. I don't know. I don't know if I want to bring.
They can sit right here.
In the middle.
Yes.
Come sit, friends.
Put her arm.
Our first guest is.
Introduce yourself.
That's a tight set.
I know, right? That would be so awkward. Would that be cool though?
No, we don't know. We don't know what this looks like or what it's going to be planned, but we hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, we do. So we're signing out right now, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Deuces. Love you, mean it. Make good choices. Be a leader. Don't be average. Be savage. Keep Christ first. Ladies, you're beautiful. Fellas, y'all got this. And remember, the marathon always continues. Bye. That was dope. The puppies